This morning, or perhaps in the early hours of the morning or late evening, we were awakened to the momentous news of a joint U.S.-Israel attack on the terrorist Iranian regime. Now, I'm not too proud as a rabbi to say I had a really different sermon planned for you today. And I guess I'll be prepared for a different Shabbat, but there was no way that I could give that sermon. Because when you are witnessing a shift in time, when you are living out history, Priscilla, I don't think you'll ever forget this moment in time. There is a clarion call from the Bima to share how our tradition beautifully and perhaps cosmically coincides with today. Because Purim is in just 2 days. 2 days. And while there are many lessons about Purim that I could share, some of them being about the joy we are meant to feel, how we often hide behind masks, the hospitality of sending our friends gifts, and of course offering tzedakah to those in need, that's not the lesson I want to share today. Because I want you to remember the tale of Purim. The tale begins in Persia, with the Jewish people terrified that they will be annihilated by a wicked Haman. They are afraid for their lives. They are unsure of their future. Does this sound at all familiar? But a brave Esther, a brilliant Mordecai, they determine that no one else will decide the fate of the Jewish people through various planning and maneuvers. And if you come Monday evening to hear the story of the Megillah read, you'll hear the entire tale. But what happens? Esther says, "For how can I bear to see the disaster that will befall my people? How can I bear to see the destruction of my kindred?" And she and Mordecai decide to translate their cries and words and pleas into action. Now we know that Haman plans to kill Mordecai, and he even plans this entire parade to honor himself. But because of Esther, because of Mordecai, because of initiative, because of faith, everything flips. Haman is the one killed at the end of the story, and Esther and Mordecai and the Jewish people, we are still celebrating this victory of freedom even thousands of years later, which teaches us the message of Purim and the message of today is that we are the ones who have the capacity to change our story. How many Persian Jews are watching the news in Iran, realizing, crying, celebrating that the story is finally changing? Right now, we stand at a critical stage where the story shifts, where the final paragraph in the Megillah that we are reading right now in real time, it has yet to be written. The U.S., Israel, our beloved nations are holding the pen, and they are declaring with courage and conviction, we will be the authors of our future. In the same manner as Esther, as Mordecai, our leaders are telling us exactly what was written in our ancient Megillah. We were made for a moment like this. Now, this global message, of course, is also a personal one. Lest you think that your fate is sealed. The rabbis called it v'nahafoch hu. The opposite can happen at any moment. Which means if your life story isn't what you expected, if there's more that you want to achieve, if your relationships need improvement, if professional and personal lives need tweaking, if you have a voice that deserves to be heard, then look back and see the actions of our ancestors. Look at the present and hear the prayers and the cries of those seeking freedom, both in the Middle East and around the world. And remember, only you, with God's help, can take hold of the story that you are meant to write, of the story that others will read about you, generations to come. Now we have to remember in the Megillah, in the Purim story, we never explicitly see the name of God, which conveys a poignant message. Esther's name translates into the word hidden, meaning God's ink is hidden among our visible actions. Each time we choose to speak up, each time we choose to speak out, no matter how old we are or which stage of life we find ourselves, God is helping us to move our hands so that together a new story is written. In this historic, miraculous time, we are watching as a new story unfolds, as a new story is written for the people of Iran, for the members of our own congregation and greater community who dreamt that they would one day read this page in time, for the people of Israel, for the entire world to, God willing, experience a peaceful Middle East, the Nahafochu. The story is changing. And it's changing dramatically hour by hour because our people in Israel are in bomb shelters. Our troops are being attacked. The people of Iran are being told to get ready for unprecedented change. There is fear. There is uncertainty. There is bravery. There is courage. There is action. And with God's help and human hands and human hearts, we will write and we will see a similar ending to that which we read in the story of Purim. LaYehudim hayta ora v'simcha v'sason v'ikar. For the Jews, there was light, there was joy, there was celebration, and there was honor. For the people of Iran, for the people of Israel, for the United States, for the entire world, may we echo the Purim of old. May there be peace. May there be light. May there be joy. May there be freedom and celebration and honor. And in the generations to come, I believe they'll say about this day, thank God we picked up our pens, and thank God for the story we chose to write. Shabbat Shalom.